One of the rules that Ironman has, in order to be an actual Ironman or woman individual, you have to follow all the rules. And one of the rules is if the water temperature is above a certain amount, it is what they call wetsuit illegal, which means you cannot wear a wetsuit and technically finish. You could still do the race if you want to wear a wetsuit. You just have to go with the very last heat, which doesn't start until like 10, which means you are biking at about 11:30, and then you are running at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I didn't want to do that. So we wake up in the morning for the swim. I'm already nervous about the swim because I know it's my worst thing. And there's rumblings going through that they might cancel the swim. And I was like, yeah. And then they're like, okay, we're not going to cancel the swim. And then everyone's like, well, why? It was beautiful weather. Why were they going to maybe cancel the swim? Well, there was a jellyfish infestation last night. But luckily they got some nets out and they dragged them through the bay and they got rid of a whole bunch of jellyfish. Awesome. So now even more so, I'm just like, this is going to suck. I already knew it was going to suck, and I had my whole plan figured out. I was going to let my age group go first. The heat that I was in, I was going to let them go. I was going to wait in the back, and then I was just going to start because I knew I wasn't going to be out in front, and I did that. And I'm doing my swim. I'm hitting jellyfish. You get stung by some jellyfish. That all sucks. And then you have this thing that's called sighting when you're doing your swim, which means as you're swimming, every once in a while you have to look up out of the water to see where you're going. Because if you're not careful, you can get off course and you end up swimming a whole lot more, things like that. Well, in the bay, there are people in kayaks and wave runners to assist you. If you get messed up and you feel like you can't swim anymore, you can swim over to them, grab onto them, and then you are technically disqualified, so you don't want to touch any of them. Well, I'm doing my sighting, and I'm getting off and off and off, and I come up at one point, and there are a couple of wave runners sitting right there. And as I look up to look and see where I'm going, a school of flying fish come flying out of the water, and I got hit in the middle of the face with a flying fish. Now, it knocked my goggles off. I'm gurgling water, and the two gentlemen sitting on the wave runner start laughing. Now, they apologized immediately, and they were like, oh my God, we're so sorry, we're not laughing at you. And I was like, it's all right, I just got hit in the face with a flying fish, it's okay. And then they asked me, do you want to grab on? Because I was struggling more at that point because I had got hit in the face with a flying fish. And I said, no, I want to finish the swim without any aid. And I finished the swim in what would be considered a not great time. Had a great bike, had a great run. And of all the things I've ever competed in from that particular world, my proudest moment is finishing that swim because it was the most difficult one that I ever had to face. We appreciate the things in life that we struggle through, that we earn far more than the things that we're given.